Oh, yeah. Still go to Joel chapter 3. The Jewish-Roman War. Now, this is where the last time the true Hebrews were in Jerusalem in 70 AD. This is the last time the real Hebrews, say real Hebrews, were in Jerusalem. Put it on me, Tim. Now, the Hebrews that are there now are converts. They come from Khazaria in the Caucasus Mountains, White Mountains, in the southern hemisphere of Russia. They had a king in 700, was it AD, 70 AD, called King Bulan. He decided that they had Christians coming against his kingdom on one side. He had Muslims coming on the other side. He didn't want to be Muslim because they was called the serpent people, very wicked people. So he knew he couldn't want to be Muslim because Muslims was too strict, and he didn't want to be Christians because Christians are real. So he said, we'll be Jews. He sent to Jerusalem to get rabbis, Babylonian Talmudic rabbis that came and taught them Judaism, and they converted the whole country to Judaism and called themselves Jews. These are white folks that called themselves Jews. They migrated from the Caucasus Mountains down into all of Europe. And then during the Second World War, the First World War, they had migrated all throughout Europe. Then in the Second World War, they had gotten into Germany and Poland and all that. That's when Hitler decided he's going to get rid of these people. And the whole goal was they was trying to find a homeland. Say a homeland. Well, by them calling themselves Jews, of course, they felt they had the right to Jerusalem. But they were not the real Jews. But the Palestinians was living in Jerusalem at the time, which they not the true people supposed to be there either, but they more Semitic than these white so-called Jews. You got what I'm saying? They came into Israel in 1948 with the help of the United Nations by Britain signing a Balfour Declaration to give Israel to the Palestinians. Just gave it to them. To give it to these white Jews without, how can you give somebody, that's the same thing they did in America. We're just going to take the Indian land. That's what they did to the Palestinians. So now you don't see that. All you see on the news is these Palestinians throwing rocks and launching bombs and doing suicide, but you don't know why they're doing it. Well, somebody moved in their land, decided they're going to take over their land with no true rights to that land. These are white people living in the hottest place in the world. They have no real heritage in the land, but the world goes along with it because they are your bankers. They own your bank. They own our Federal Reserve. They own the banks of London. The Zionist Rothschild. They own everything. So you got to go along with them. They own your media. So ain't nothing you can say about it because they are over all of that. So they allowed them to get away with that. Y'all got what I'm saying? Now I want to give y'all this premise, because you must understand that the falseness is what God is revealing in the last day. He's revealing who's who. And this got to be revealed in order for Christ to come. If this is not revealed, you're going to receive the wrong Christ. There's a Christ coming. He's going to be a Jewish Christ. He's coming. He's going to be a Jewish Christ. They got him coming. That's why they be rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem. Now, the Bible says there shouldn't be no true Hebrews in Jerusalem, because the Bible says Jerusalem should be trodden down by the Gentiles to the time of the end. So it shouldn't be nobody in Jerusalem but Gentiles. So anybody over there is fake, right? Okay, so if we know they're fake, the question says, who is real? Well, let's find out the people, because it's got to match. I know the people ain't disappeared. If God says he got a remnant he's going to bring back into the land, then where are the people at?